After 3 months off the air, Robbinsville Athletics is back up and running for the 2022-2023 school year. Welcome, everyone, to Robbinsville High School for tonight's telecast of Lady Knights Volleyball as we welcome to town the Asheville Christian Academy Lady Lions. Kevin Hensley with you for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Robbinsville High School for the Lady Knights home opener against Asheville Christian Academy. At this time, if everyone would please stand, kindly remove all headwear as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, fans, introducing the visitors from Asheville Christian Academy. Number 2, Paris Air. Number 3, Mary Emma Reinhardt. Number 5, Grace Field. Number 8, Ella Goodrum. Number 9, Jaden Walters. Number 10, Haley Kamer. Number 11, Elizabeth Harrington. Number 12, Kaylee Hutzler. Number 13, Emma Drake. Number 14, Megan Minnell. Number 15, Katie Alexander. And number 18, Peyton Hightower. The Lady Lions are coached by Tori Render. And now, fans, make some noise. This is your homestanding Robbinsville Lady Knights, coached by Katie Phillips. A senior from Blue Duck Road, number 15, Abby Sawyer. From Nick Cove at Cherokee, a senior, number 22, Thayla Welch. A freshman from Swain County, number 20, Surrey Wooding. And now for your starting lineup, a junior, hailing from Cynthia Lane, number 1, outside hitter, no Lady Bruce. A middle hitter, sophomore, number 3 from Pink Sawyer Road, Claire Barlow. Another senior outside hitter from the bottom of High Splendor, number 4, Kinsley Phillips. A senior setter from East Buffalo, number 6, Desta Trammell. A right side hitter, sophomore, number 8 from Carpenter Hollow, Liz Carpenter. And libero, senior number 9 from Stillburn Road, Taya Rattler. And last but certainly not least, a junior middle hitter from Old St. Tila, number 16, Aubrey Wachacha.
It's a muggy night here in the Robbinsville High School gym, but fans, the action's about to heat it up even more. On tap, the Lady Knights and the Lady Lions in the first broadcast this year on YouTube. Very privileged to once again be bringing you Robbinsville Athletics and looking forward to being with you for the entire season. Lady Knights, a little low on numbers this year, but that's not going to hurt them at all. They've got a lot of talent and athleticism on the floor. Just 9 on the varsity roster, 8 dressed out most of the time. Tonight they pulled up 1 from the junior varsity. That is Surrey Waddy, the freshman that we mentioned during the introductions. She'll be suited up tonight for Robbinsville. Taya Owl just found out she was going to be the libero about 1 week ago, give or take a few days. So a big adjustment for Lady Knights having to change up their plans early before the season even started. Lady Knights coming off a huge sweep last night at Hiawassee Dam, their first game of the season. Lady Lions, no slouch themselves. Of course, a private school out of Asheville, Swannanoa to be exact, if you're keeping score at home. And they have actually won the opening serve, so we're going to kick it off. Welcome, fans, to the Graham Star YouTube page. Opening serve is dug out by Delaney Brooms. Set and spiked by Kinsley Phillips, and nobody can get there. Phillips gets the first point of the night for Robbinsville, 1-0, as senior Desta Trammell, newcomer to the Lady Knights, steps up to the plate. Set by the Lady Lions, and it's bumped back nicely, defended on the back row by Brooms. Tipped by Asheville, keeps it alive. Another hard spike. This time Asheville Christian reaping the benefits. Number 11, that's Elizabeth Harrington, middle hitter, senior for Lady Lions. Spiked the ball down, but it was a net violation, 2-1 Lady Knights. Trammell again with another powerful serve that finds the back of the Asheville defense. Block up front. Nicely done, but it's going to bump out of bounds. Brooms and Liz Carpenter tried to tag team it, and we're tied up 2-2. Serve fired off by number 15. That's Katie Alexander. Fired to the back row. Set. And that one is tipped. And she called for a carry violation. That was number 18, Peyton Hightower, rung up for the infraction. 3-1. I beg your pardon. Had to score wrong a second ago. 3-1 Robbinsville at the moment. Phillips with her first serve of the game. Scrambling. That was going to make it into the student section and beyond. And there's a point for the Lady Lions. It goes 3-2 here in set number 1. As we'll mention it several times throughout tonight's telecast, we want to go ahead and let you know we will not be able to stream Friday's varsity football opener at Asheville High School. Unfortunately, the Cougars have an exclusivity deal and have the Cougar Sports Network also right here on YouTube. So if you guys can track that down, you'll be able to watch it live. That one is going to be out. And that's 4-2 Lady Knights. And the serve is going to go to senior libero Taya Rattler. We'll have our first telecast of Robbinsville Black Knights football next Friday, August the 26th, as Owl serves that one a little too hard, and it flies out of bounds. 4-3 Robbinsville. Hightower back, senior outside hitter, set to serve. Brooms comes in after a nice set, and nobody can slow that one down. Huge kill by the junior outside hitter, Delaney Brooms. And they're going to sub in Surrey Waddy for her first appearance of the game and relieve Liz Carpenter in the process. We'll have more volleyball for you fans next week. We will not be at tomorrow's game as the Lady Knights travel to Nantahala for a varsity-only matchup. That will begin at 6 if you're interested in making the trip over to Topton for that. Waddy checks in and about to see her first varsity action of the evening. Set in a quick spike. And Lady Lions fumble all around, but nobody can do anything with it. 6-3 Robbinsville here in set number 1. Waddy to serve again. Shot fired off. And that one didn't even get to the net. Brooms was there just in case, but nothing needed. 7-3. Appreciate all of you fans tuning in with us. We're here on YouTube again tonight. We're working on some upgrades for the season. Hinted a lot toward that during the last sports year that we had here for Robbinsville. And a big block up front slows down that momentum. Waddy will go back to the line again. 8-3 Lady Knights. Had a little bit of a hiccup in our plans to have this launched by the season opener, but we do plan to bring you a very enhanced broadcast here in just the next few weeks. It's not far off as we kick off something we're calling the Graham Star Sports Network. Timeout called by Asheville coach Tori Render. We'll pause for just a moment here on YouTube. Lady Lions needed just a moment to get things back in sync on their side of the net. Robbinsville leading by 6 right now. It's 9-3 as we welcome you back to Robbinsville High School for tonight's telecast of Lady Knights Volleyball. Shot over the middle, and Kinsley Phillips with a nice reception on the back row with Cha-Cha in the middle with a huge kill, and that fires the team up. 10-3 Lady Knights. Robbinsville on a 4-0 run right now has opened up a 7-point lead. Shot in the bottom corner. That'll get received nicely, set by Trammell. Phillips in the middle is going to spike it, but she hits it just a little bit too hard, and it flies out of bounds. 10-4, and that breaks the streak. Back at the line to serve is Emma Drake. That is a senior for the Lady Lions. Owl with a nice dig on the back row. Here's Phillips to bump it back over. And a tip, and nobody called it. Unfortunately, fans, you're going to see a lot of that in the early part of the season as teams still trying to get the kinks worked out, communication errors and what have you. And not quite sure how Robbinsville ended up with the ball there. I'm a little confused. But it is 11-5 nonetheless, and we'll press on. Refs are not going to overturn it or even discuss it. Brooms with the serve. Cha-Cha, Trammell, Phillips. Big spike again, and it goes out. And that will be Asheville point. 11-6. Up on the ladder tonight, we want to make a quick mention. That is Philip Orr. He has been named the state official of the year by a state media outlet, and that's a very big accomplishment considering how many officials are part of the NCHSAA. So we want to give a special shout out to Graham County's own Philip Orr. Congratulations on your accomplishment, as that one is killed, and the Lady Lions are trying to roar back. They're down by 5 now here in set 1. Jump serve fired off by number 12, Katie Hutzler. And nobody's going to get the ball, I don't believe. Well, here goes Surrey Waddy. Breaking off to get it. Hallsville stacking 4 on the back row right now, trying to get some answers for Hutzler. And there's Phillips on that reception. Trammell with a quick jump set. Cha-Cha just kind of swatted it back over. Everything out of sync right now. It was out. Somehow, some way, Robbinsville gets that point. It wasn't pretty, but it happened. 12-7 your score. With Cha-Cha back to serve for the first time tonight. Well, Cha-Cha almost hit her sister running by on the back row. And now to serve for Asheville Christian is Haley Kamer, number 10. Jump set, excuse me. Barlow with a good read of the defense and just kind of bumped it over with a push. And it's 13-8. Back already to the top of the rotation, and Trammell. Yes, that is. As I've got a rotation, last second rotation. Carpenter in now for Waddy. And we'll press on. Trammell, don't adjust your sets, is wearing a volleyball uniform this season, fans. First time we've seen her do it for Robbinsville. Wanted to play her senior year. And Robbinsville very happy to have her aboard. She has transitioned in nicely as the setter for her senior campaign. Of course, basketball, her number one. Like I said, he's secret here in the conference or statewide. High serve. Brooms receives. Trammell sets. Phillips with a push. But the Lady Lions were ready for it. Here comes number 18, Peyton Hightower. Fires it, but fired it a little too hard. And Phillips will promptly walk back to the line. Robbinsville up 14-9 here in set number one. Soft serve from Kinsley Phillips. Hightower with a tip. Brooms to Trammell, back to Brooms. And nicely defended by the Lady Lions. And that one drops into the back right corner. Taya Rattler unable to dive under it in time, despite her best efforts. 14-10 here in set one. And back to serve is number 11, a senior Elizabeth Harrington. And Harrington gets her cue, and off we go. Rattler with a nice dig, but it's going to go out. And it's now a 3-point set. Kicking off tonight's varsity action here on YouTube. And Owl having a hard time on the back row right now. Rattler, excuse me, I beg your pardon. She's won by Taya Rattler. My apologies, not Taya Owl anymore. Shot fired off. Trammell to Phillips. And it will be received by the Lions and returned in deciding fashion as Robbinsville goes to 3 wide instead of 4. And they're going to have to retrieve the ball. It trickled back nearly to the Lady Knights locker room. Asheville was down 10-3 and has rallied back to almost tie it here midway through the set. Brooms, hard kill, but it will be defended. So nothing doing, and Owl can't get under that one either. And we're all knotted up at 14 apiece. Serve coming from Harrington. Owl defends it. Set by Trammell. And Phillips with a jump over. And Robbinsville is trying to keep it alive right now. There's Claire Barlow, sophomore middle hitter. Drops it right in front of the net. And Robbinsville gets the advantage back, 15-14. Sounds like Rattler will be serving now for Robbinsville, one of the 5 Lady Knights seniors on the staff this season. And there's Wachacha with another big kill. Gives Robbinsville a little bit of breathing room. They're up by 2 now here in set 1. Shot over the middle. Rattler can't get there. 16-15 your score as Lady Lions have thundered back here in set 1. And there's Peyton Hightower back to serve for Asheville Christian Academy. Trammell and Phillips tried to tag team that entire exchange and failed. Katie Phillips will have to call a timeout. We're tied again, 16-16. Stay with us here on YouTube. Back with you, fans, from Robbinsville High School. Set one is tied 16-16 between the Lady Knights and the Lady Lions. Kevin Hensley with you for tonight's telecast of Lady Knights Volleyball here on YouTube. Hensley Phillips tried to sneak one over the net. Blocked and out. Cha-Cha and Brooms had a good beat on it, but it swatted a little too much to the left. And for the first time in this set, Asheville Christian Academy has a lead. And all kinds of communication problems at the net, but Aubrey Rachacha able to save it. A decisive spike in the middle, though, stops any hopes on that one. Megan Minnell, junior middle hitter, with a dominant shot back into Robbinsville territory. It's 18-16, Lake Lions. It started off as a lopsided affair. Robbinsville led 10-3 at one point, and Asheville Christian Academy has thundered back with a 15-6 run here in set one to take the advantage for the first time tonight. Dremel sets, Brooms blocked up front. Huge block. Give the credit to Emma Drake and Megan Minnell for the Lady Lions. I hope some of you fans are tuned in tonight watching us from Swannanoa. If you're an Asheville Christian fan, this is the place to be if you want to watch Lady Lions volleyball tonight. We welcome all of you tuned in here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Dremel saved that from the pits of despair, and now Phillips bumps it back over. Brooms tries some chicanery, didn't have to worry about it the second time, though. She leapt just in case. But Robbinsville gets the point. 19-17 your score. Waddy will check in to serve as Liz Carpenter will grab a breather. The Lady Lions are going to make Robbinsville earn this one. Waddy fires off a serve, and it's received by Asheville Christian. Big shot, and that will go out. Nice attempt on the right side by Emma Drake, but nothing doing. Your score, 19-18. Robbinsville almost right back in it after Asheville Christian opened up a 3-point lead. Dug out nicely on the back row. There's Minnell with a tip, and nobody can get there on time. Trammell and Taya Rattler trying to figure out who wanted it, and nobody claimed it. So it will go back in favor of Asheville Christian, 20-18 your score here in set number one. Phillips charges and saves it, and now Trammell with the third shot over. Returned right back by Asheville Christian. Here comes Brooms, tip, good read. Over on the left side, Haley Kamer caught a little off guard by that. Couldn't move in time. And it's 20-19, Delaney Brooms to serve. Set, shot, nicely caught on the back by Brooms, bumped over by Phillips later on in the transition. And that one will slam into the net. Wachacha was there just in case. But we're all knotted up 20-20. And it's just set one. Don't worry, fans. We'll be here with you for the duration. Shot over. And nobody there to stop it. That's Megan Minnell again, who's going to drop out of line as libero number 12, Kaylee Hutzler, tags in for the Lady Lions. And nobody can dig that one out despite Claire Barlow's best efforts. 22-20 on that point. Timeout called by Robbinsville. See Robbinsville coach Katie Phillips trying to get her team picked back up. Things are a little shaky right now. It's 22-20 as we welcome you back to Robbinsville High. Aubrey Wachacha with a shot, and nobody can get that one scrambled back in time, 23-20. And the Lady Lions were down by 7 in this set and are just about to rally back and win it. Hutzler to serve. Received by Phillips, pushed. Brooms to Phillips again. Received by Brooms again. Trammell sets. Here's Phillips on the left side with a tip. And that's a good read by senior Kinsley Phillips. Wachacha to serve. Robbinsville down by 2 here in set 1. As we mentioned, Lady Knights just opened their season last night, sweeping Hiawassee Dam on the road rather decisively, as that one travels all around the world and not back over the net. And it's set point for Asheville Christian Academy. And serving up is Haley Kamer. And that's in. Nobody called it. And that's the end of set 1, fans. 25-21. Asheville Christian Academy takes a 1-0 lead here in the match. Back in 3 on YouTube. The Robbinsville Lady Knights searching for answers. Welcome back to Robbinsville High School. It's a 1-0 deficit as Asheville Christian Academy took set 1 tonight of the Lady Knights home opener for the 2022 season, 25-21. Thank you, fans, once again for tuning in with us here on the Gramstar YouTube page. We are always privileged to be the exclusive streaming source for Robbinsville athletics. We do have plans, fans, as we've mentioned, to enhance our telecast soon enough. You'll see us come on board with scores, sponsors in the corners, and, of course, multi-camera changes. What in the world? That's right. We're going big time, fans. We hope to roll it out very soon on what we're calling the Gramstar Sports Network. Stay tuned for more details on that. We do want to thank our sponsors season long hanging out with us, and you do have a chance to sponsor if you want to do anything to contribute to our efforts to bring you Robbinsville athletics. We want to thank Blevins Insurance and Robbinsville for being a season-long sponsor with the Gramstar and its streaming efforts. Back underway for set 2, Delaney Brooms with a bump over, and we're underway. And Nikhil can't clear the net. Robbinsville takes point number 1 in set number 2. That'll send senior setter Desta Trammell to the back line. And this is actually our very first Lady Knights volleyball telecast on YouTube. Of course, we switched to YouTube midway through the basketball season last year, And Phillips shot a palm it and sent it over into the bleachers nearly. Made to the score table anyway. Tried in all of her might to keep it in, but it drops. Robbinsville stacks 4 on the back, 2 on the left side. And there's like the defense was not set up properly. Katie Phillips trying to figure out what happened. Side official called it, and there was a discussion going on about who's supposed to be where. Lonnie Broom's trying to explain the predicament here. And they're having to rejigger the defense. We've kind of just stopped here. Assistant coach Delaney Brooms trying to work it all out. They've shifted twice now. They had 4 on the back, as we mentioned, and that was the setup. They switched after the first point. Wish I could give you some more captivating commentary right now, fans, but I'm trying to listen as much as anyone here in the gym is. Got a good crowd on hand, about 100, 150 fans here tonight, representing both schools. Obviously more here from Robbinsville, but a good turnout from Asheville nonetheless. Like a long trip out here to Graham County tonight. Kinsley Phillips is going to wear a groove in the floor if she keeps pacing back and forth. And that's what they're having to do. And it looks like while they get all that figured out, the Lady Lions are going to get a chance to go over and discuss things with their coach. So I guess what it looked like at the end of all of that was that Trammell and Waddy simply had to swap places. And we finally got there. So back with you. Action resumes 2-1. Asheville Christian here in set number 2. Jump, set. Barlow spike. And they can't return it. That'll get some good vibes on that side of the net after all the defensive confusion. Kinsley Phillips wants to make sure she can serve. She's good to go. She gets the green light. Hard spike blocked by Brooms and Barlow. Another hard one, but that one can't get back over. Good effort by Carpenter and Barlow that time. And it's 3-2 Lady Lions here in set 1. Hard shot over by number 15, Katie Alexander for Asheville. And Phillips spikes it from the back row. Hightower with a good shot. And the Lady Knights having a hard time getting in sync early here in set 2. Waddy digs it out. And Barlow, a nice shot over. And nobody can slow it down. 5-2 Asheville Christian. All goes all the way to the corner of the gym again. Fela Welch, who we hope to see back later this season, still nursing a knee surgery she had back in the springtime. Not dressed out tonight. Brooms with a hard shot. And they're going to say Asheville crossed the line. 5-3 your score. And the serve goes to Surrey Waddy, who, by the way, if you have made note, swapped jerseys with Taya Rattler and is now playing libero for Robbinsville here in set 2. And Trammell and Phillips get tangled up with each other. Nobody can get there in time. 6-3 Lady Lions. Elizabeth Harrington now back out there to serve for Asheville, number 11. Set and a bump from the back by Phillips. And that drops in no man's land, so to speak. 6-4, Robbinsville ball. And I believe it should be Liz Carpenter to serve. She's in the game, but it looks like Taya Rattler will check in. Carpenter, her first year on varsity, will not be serving. Instead, it will be senior Taya Rattler. Hard shot over. And nobody can defend it. Give Rattler an ace. 6-5. Asheville now up by a scant 1 point. A hard shot over. There's a set and a shot over on the right side. And it will drop. Give that one to number 13, Emma Drake. Peyton Hightower back to serve for the Lady Lions. As we mentioned, fans, we will be back Monday. Asheville High School will visit us, so another Buncombe County team in town next Monday night. Varsity action will begin roughly around 6 o'clock. I believe there is a middle school match that day, so it could be a little bit later, and if so, we'll go live as quick as we can. Times vary, always, on volleyball night where there's 3 matches. Discussion going on down here at the ladder. About that last call, 8-5 is currently on the scoreboard, Asheville Christian. And the point goes to Robbinsville, so it gets overturned, whatever the appeal was. And a rotation will bring in Paris Air for Asheville Christian. Meanwhile, on the Robbinsville side of the net, it is Delaney Brooms to serve. 7-6 your score, set, shot. Brooms got a fist on it. Howell bumps it, Phillips taps it, and it's all over the place right now. Brooms good reception. Pace slows a little bit. Wachacha with a tap. I'll say junior Aubrey Wachacha having a nice night when she gets to slide into her middle hitter spot. Adapted nicely to that role after she played outside hitter last season. And that one drops in. Number 14, that is Megan Mental, I beg your pardon, with the kill. And it's 8-7 advantage Asheville Christian Academy. Bump by Phillips. Drops over. Set. Shot. Blocked. And it goes into the third row. Billy Knight tried to make a play, but it coughed him up, and Xander Wachacha caught it instead here in the stands right below us. That's when you think you're safe up top. One of these balls could fly up here. Phillips with a super decisive kill. Your fans chanting no, no, no as that one flew over. Lady Lions had no answers for the kill. Wachacha back to serve, 9-8, Asheville Christian Academy. We're in set 2, and that one goes out. Wachacha will hop out. Waddy will hop in as another libero will now get her chance. That's Kaylee Hutzler. Jump serve, and it's a powerful one. Brooms digs it out. There's Phillips, and that's back-to-back kills for the senior outside hitter, Kinsley Phillips. Back to the top of the rotation. And Esther Trammell will now serve. That one slammed into the net. And just like that, fans, this game can shift so quickly. It's 10-10. High spike, and it clears the net, though. And there's Barlow trying to forearm it over. And that strategy proved negative. 11-10. Lady Lions. Serve made by number 10. That was Haley Kamer on that one. And a shot from the back by Delaney Brooms. Can't find the other side of the net. 12-10 your score. Shot will drop back in. Quick reception by Peyton Hightower ensures that the Lady Lions now lead by 3. Katie Phillips calls another timeout for Robbinsville. Back in just a moment here on YouTube. Robbinsville finds itself in a dogfight as we welcome you back to Graham County. Is 13-10 here in set number 2. Good to have you with us on the Graham Star YouTube page. Set by Trammell, tipped by Phillips. Boy, Phillips having a great set number 2 at left side hit. And now she's going to go back to serve. Just talking with Kinsley the other day. She didn't even serve her freshman year. She played. She was on the team. A lot of playing time at outside hitter, but her serving game was not where it needed to be. And boy, has it come a long way. Good to see it now. Hard spike, and that trickles across the net, across the hands, and it's out. Phillips will roll it back to the Asheville Lady Lions. 14-11, your score. Waddy tries to save it and does. Trammell tries a jump bump, we'll call it that. Tried to jump and bump it with her fist at the same time and couldn't get the timing down. 15-11, your score here in set 2. And they're going to call a replay. Robbinsville was a little bit out of turn, so to speak, out of sorts there about that. That was going to be a major debate if that call had stood, but nobody could clearly tell whether it hit the floor or not, so onward we roll. Trammell, Phillips, and we're back on the Asheville side of the net. There's a hard shot in the middle that will go in. As a matter of fact, Elizabeth Harrington finds the tee back corner of the court. Your score is 16-11 here in set number 2. Tip by Brooms. That'll get a point back for the Lady Knights. Now down by 4. And they got to get cooking here in just a minute if they want to catch back up. Asheville Christian proved in set 1 they were not going to go down easily. Taking the set. They are undefeated this season. Lady Lions 5-0 coming into tonight's matchup with Robbinsville. Surrey Waddy will fire off a serve. Hightower with a tip. Broom saves it. And there's some good work. Wachacha fired it back so Phillips could fire it forward. Hightower blocked at the net. Trammell saves it. Robbinsville scrambling right now. Hard spike saved by Desta Trammell. Aubrey Wachacha with a tip. And it's a point for the Lady Knights. And Robbinsville comes to its feet. What a play. What a sequence for the Lady Knights. That may be the little extra boost they needed here in set 2. It's now 16-13. Waddy with a good bump over from the serving line. Hightower tip. Brooms to Trammell, back to Delaney Brooms. And it drops, but into Asheville's hands, and Trammell can't stop that one, unfortunately. Got a hand on it, couldn't get control of it, and it flies out. 17-13. Ball flies over Waddy, sets Trammell to Phillips. Set in the middle. And Mulaney almost had a kill there, but Robbinsville saved it. Shot by Hightower. And they're going to say for sure that one dropped. Waddy made a nice effort to try and stop it from doing so. And a wet spot on the floor, so they'll have to pause for just a moment to try to get that wiped up. Right under the net, matter of fact. Get it all cleaned up now. How about this floor, fans? I can't believe we made it this far without mentioning the new floor here in the Robbinsville High Gymnasium. Debuted it in mid-July. Had a story on it in the Grand Star. Paid for entirely by Department of Public Instruction funding. $100,000 grant going to that and several other projects in the county. And boy, does it look great in here now. Nice and bright. Nice color scheme. You see a new paint job on the back wall. That was just done last week. And there's still more to come, is my understanding. But if you haven't seen the new floor yet, I hate to use this phrase, but television really doesn't do it justice. You need to come out and support Robbinsville Athletics A and B. Catch a glimpse of the new floor in here at Robbinsville High. Broom spikes it over. Here's a set, Mulaney, and it stays in play with Chacha with a jump and a shot, and that was just out close play. But Lady Lions have opened a 20-14 advantage over Robbinsville. Here in set 2, Lions is going to battle hard to get victory. Lions much improved over last season. Robbinsville hosted Asheville Christian last year as well and took care of business. 21-14. Largest lead of the night for the Lady Lions. Phillips digs it out. Trammell passes it over to Brooms, and she finds the open corner. 21-15. Robbinsville's to serve, and that is Delaney Brooms. Brooms up to Phillips. And there's a hard kill. Boy, that was powerful by Haley Kamer, sophomore outside hitter. 22-15. Back to serve, Emma Drake. Robbinsville with 2 home games next week, back-to-back. As we mentioned, we'll be with you Monday for the Asheville Lady Cougars visit to town. And Highlands will be here Tuesday. And that'll be it for Robbinsville next week, as they'll have 5 matches under their belt by that point in the first 2 weeks of its season. 23-15 now. Lady Lions edging ever closer to a 2-0 lead here in the match. Dug out by Waddy. Phillips with a hard shot. And a shot over the left side. Kinsley Phillips can't get there. Give props to Jaden Walters, number 9. That's another sophomore for Asheville Christian Academy. And it is set point again. Robbinsville having a hard time finding any open holes on the other side of the net. 24-15, set by Trammell to Wachacha in the middle. Hard spike saved by the libero, Hutzler. That one's going to drop. Waddy can't get it. And it's 25-15. Asheville Christian takes a 2-0 lead in the match. We'll be back in 3 for set 3 here on YouTube. It's a 2-0 Asheville Christian Academy lead as we go into set number 3. Lady Lions could come away with a sweep, but they're not going to get there with that kind of serve from Haley Kamer. Serves it right into the net. And Robbinsville trying to get rallied up on the floor. 1-0 Lady Knights. Trammell to serve. Set and squeaking in from the corner, Hightower. And she finds an open spot. And it is in. 1-1 your score here in set 3. Waddy bump to Trammell. Bump to Phillips. Bump over. Hard shot. And that one goes out. Nice effort up front by number 11. That's Elizabeth Harrington. Trying to get a kill, but it goes flying out. And it's 2-1 Robbinsville. And it looks like the Lady Knights got a little too close for comfort. Infraction goes against them, and it's 2-2. Harrington now to serve. Fires it off. Waddy saves it with a push. Brooms with the return. Lions with a response. There's Hightower blocked up front. Carpenter tries to time it and tip it. Can't get there. 3-2 your score. Serve over. Trammell fires it back to Barlow, who smacks it over the net. Hightower with a hard punch. Waddy right there to dig it out. And there's a point as Delaney Broom sends it careening over to the left side. Ball actually goes flying into the stands, and they'll send Megan Mennel over to retrieve it. Serving will be freshman Surrey Waddy. Hope to at least have that enhanced broadcast rolled out for you fans that we've mentioned by next Friday. The home opener against Brevard. Of course, kickoff under the Big Oaks will be at 7:30, and there's nothing in the world like watching Black Knights football live or on an internet stream. It's just a wonderful atmosphere. This county lives and breathes football, but hey, got to give some love to our volleyball team. Let's not underscore that. 2-time in a row defending Smoky Mountain Conference tournament champions. Advanced in the second round of the postseason last year. 2 years ago, unfortunately did not make the postseason, but 3 years ago had a phenomenal run all the way to the Elite Eight. Just 2 rounds away from the state finals. Phillips can't dig that one out. And it is 6-3 Lady Lions. Peyton Hightower with another fire. Waddy will get it. Trammell bumps Phillips. And it drops. Somehow saved. Mullaney with the decisive return. And there's Brooms. Still going. Block up front. Good work. Liz Carpenter and Aubrey Wachacha. Carpenter out. Taya Rattler in to serve. 6-4 your score here in set number 3. Rattler fires it over. Shot by Mullaney. And she tips it just enough. Effort was there, but they were just a little wide on the range. 7-4 your score. It'll be an Asheville serve. And Emma Drake, senior. And that drops with nobody offering it. Waddy and Phillips. Nobody could get there. 8-4 your score here in set number 3. Trammell bump. Brooms taps it. And nothing doing. Mennel again with another shot over. The junior middle hitter having a strong set number 3. Kinsley Phillips trying to get her team fired up from the back row. Trammell and Wachacha up front right now. Brooms, Phillips, Waddy, and Taya Rattler making out your back 4 on the row. Here's Brooms again. Hard shot and a little high. As Robbinsville trying to get anything they can going right now. And everything just seems to be misfiring, unfortunately, for the Lady Knights. Brooms and a tip by Mennel will get saved. Brooms tips it over herself. And onward we go. Hard shot. And nobody's going to be able to slow down Jaden Walters' return. It is now 11-4 Asheville Christian Academy here in the varsity matchup. Second match of the night. We will not be doing middle school or JV telecast this year, but we can tell you that the Asheville Christian Academy Lady Lions swept the JV Lady Knights in the opener before we went live tonight. 25-10, 25-8. Timeout called as Lady Lions have opened up an 8-point advantage here on YouTube. Back with you from Robbinsville High School is 12-4. Asheville Christian Academy here in set 3. Lady Lions leading 2-0 in the match. And if things keep going the way they are right now for Robbinsville, they'll end up with a sweep. 13-4 now is the score. Lady Knights, as we mentioned, coming off a big sweep last night at Hiawassee Dam to open the season. Ball made it all the way around the world, and effort was definitely there. Asheville Christian just needed one shot less to get credit for that. But 4 is one too many, 13-5. And finally, a Lady Knight serve coming, and it's Delaney Brooms that sends it in. And there's an ace. As Katie Alexander forgot what sport she was playing for just a moment. A nice drive outside on the kick. A shot from Brooms. Serving it up. Rattler to Trammell to Rattler again. Makes it to the back row, but it is saved. Mennel trying to cause more havoc in the middle up front. And a lot of soft serves over at the moment. Both teams being cautious. Here's Brooms. And that one saved on the back by Paris Air. Spike goes into the net. Good effort by Emma Drake. But it does not clear. And it's 13-7. Brooms again to serve. Set. Bump. And we play on. Walters with the return. Phillips going for one. Walters saves it. And we're still alive. Trammell to Phillips again. Hellman, a nice play to keep that alive a second ago, too. That one dropped right in front of Delaney Brooms. And Surrey Waddy in the vicinity as well. And it is 14-7. Asheville Christian Academy. Trammell will push it over. And there's Walters. Waddy can't get under it. Point goes to Asheville Christian. 15-7. Serving right now is Kaylee Hutzler, senior libero for the Lady Lions. And there's Phillips again with a spike over. But they have a reception. There's Rattler bumping it back toward Delaney Brooms, who clears the net. Tip over by Emma Drake, and it went a little wide. Point goes to Robbinsville. Aubrey Wachacha back to serve as Lady Knights trail 15-8. And that one goes straight into the net. Lady Knights obviously frustrated right now. Things are just not clicking tonight for Robbinsville in its home opener against Asheville Christian. Asheville High, as we mentioned, will be here Monday, followed by a visit from the Lady Highlanders on Tuesday. We'll have both games here for you on the Graham Star Sports Network. Should be right here at home on YouTube. I don't believe we'll have that enhanced telecast rolled out, as we mentioned, until the home football opener against Brevard on August the 26th. 16-9 as a new ball is swapped in, and Desta Trammell at the top of the rotation will go back and serve. It's set. Robbinsville defends it nicely, though. Here's Phillips. Blocked, and another point for the Lady Lions. Some great defense up front here in set 3. Not giving Robbinsville any hope, as it is 17-9 at the moment. Set. Brooms gets back up in time to send that one back over. Hightower sends it a little hard, and it flies right in between Katie Phillips and the line judge. 17-10 your score, as Kinsley Phillips gets to serve. And miscommunication. Lions saved it anyway. Here's Brooms. Tip. And almost lost it again. Lions stayed alive, though. Block that time goes out of bounds. Effort made by Harrington and Drake. But it will be a Lady Knights point. They're now down by 6. 17-11 your score. Asheville Christian leading the match 2-0. And Brooms eked it in bounds. 17-12 is your score. The west spot right under the net cleaned up. Looks like we're good to go. Officials certainly don't want anybody slipping and tearing a knee. That's not what you want at any point in any sport. And that one will go to Asheville Christian. 18-12 is your score now, with Elizabeth Harrington firing off a serve. Set by Trammell. Brooms will send it out. And this one is getting ever closer to being an Asheville Christian sweep. 19-12 at the moment. But you know, that's why you play these games early on in the season, fans. You got to get better somehow. Get all the kinks worked out, and why not do it against tough competition? Asheville much improved from last season, and it's showing here tonight. Set, shot by Peyton Hightower, and it's in, and Kinsley Phillips knew it. 20-12. Trammell, 2 Brooms, and it's saved. Here's the set over to the right side. And everyone trying to get recovered could not get back in position in time, and Emma Drake made them pay. 21-12 your score. Liz Carpenter fetches the loose ball, and we're just about done with this one, barring a massive, miraculous Lady Knights comeback, which we would love to see, of course. But it's not looking good at the moment. See if Robbinsville can rally here late. That one drops, and there's a point. That may get things rolling for Robbinsville. 21-13 here in set 3. It'll be Surrey Waddy to serve. Freshman for the Lady Knights. Only freshman out on the floor tonight for Robbinsville. Shot in the middle by Hightower, and it is a hard one. And Waddy could not get down in time to defend it. On the dig, 22-13 now. Hightower will check out, and it looks like that'll be Mary Emma Reinhardt checking in for Asheville Christian to serve late here in set 3. Remember, fans, you can keep up with all the latest Robbinsville Knights updates on our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and, of course, YouTube. We post games after seasons conclude. So games, if you didn't get to see this one tonight, you'll be watching it in the archives a few months down the road, win, lose, or draw. 22-14 now. Taya Rattler to serve as Robbinsville trying to come back and avoid a sweep. Block up front, nicely done. Ball still in play, though. Waddy can't get there. Asheville Christian has done a great job of exposing that corner tonight. A little bit of a defensive struggle in the back corner for a couple of Robbinsville players. And Lady Lions now up 23-14. Shot over. Phillips will save it at the last second. Brooms comes running in off a Trammell set. And there was not a thing in the world Kaylee Hutzler could do about that shot from Delaney Brooms. 23-15. And looks like the Lady Lions were a little bit out of whack. And now it's Asheville Christian's turn to have a plight with the referee over a rotation. (23-16) is the score. Robbinsville student section have a little bit of fun at the expense of the referees. And I believe that one will be won by the Lady Lions, so it will be a replay of the last point. Put it back to 23-15. Brooms with a high arcing serve. Shot is over. Trammell's got it. Wachacha back to Trammell, and it's back in. Brooms could have let that one go, but she wanted to play it. And now Phillips with a big tip takes care of business. 23-16 for sure. Delaney Brooms to serve. See a lot of players, former athletes and students that have graduated from Robbinsville here tonight. Of course, everyone will probably be going off to college sometime this week. It's sad to see a lot of them go as Phillips drops that one over, and that's almost down, but Asheville saved it. Waddy to Trammell. Phillips flies in, and a great save on the back row by Mary Emma Reinhardt. Phillips with another soft serve over. And the point goes to Robbinsville after all that. Thank you very much. Carry called on the Lady Lions. And it's 23-17. Robbinsville starting to cook here in set 3. That's what you want to see late. Reinhardt sends it over. Brooms receives it. Trammell passes to Phillips. And it drops. And suddenly Robbinsville's got a groove going. It's 23-18. Here in set 3, of course, it goes to best of 5 here in North Carolina. So Robbinsville trying to avoid a sweep and hopefully push this to a 5th set. They've got to win 2 in a row to do so. They got to come back here first, down by 5 at the moment, as Phillips with a decisive spike. And Wachacha blocked that one, but it flew out to her right and to Hutzler's left. And she's back now to serve what could be match point for the Lady Lions. Waddy receives it. Trammell passes Phillips over the middle. And everything's still good to go as that one flickers over the net. Point goes to Robbinsville as Jaden Walters got a little entangled with the net, trying to save it. And the match is on Aubrey Wachacha's shoulders now as she goes back to the serving line. Robbinsville trying to stay alive here in their home opener. High serve. And blocked up front. Barlow with a good play over on the right side. Hutzler tried to squeak it back over. Nothing doing. 24-20. And Hutzler, nobody can get out of nobody's way. 24-21 your score. Rotation time as Ella Goodrum, I beg your pardon, checks out for Katie Alexander, as the Lady Lions checking in some of their more experienced players at the front, as this one's getting a little close for comfort. Hutzler sends that one out. Wachacha fold her hands and let it drop. And it's 24-22. Robbinsville battling. And a push gets it over. Trammell set. Phillips. And it's blocked and it drops. And that's all, folks. Great effort. Robbinsville tried its darndest to rally back, but ultimately falls here in set 3. Your final set score is 25-21, 25-14, 25-22. Asheville Christian Academy improves to 6-0 for the season. Robbinsville drops to 1-1, and they will play tomorrow at Nantahala. We'll be back with the telecast, though, fans, on Monday as Robbinsville welcomes Asheville High School to town for varsity action. Until then, this is Kevin Hensley. Have a good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Graham Star YouTube.